Welcome to Sankofa Medicine Botanica YouTube channel. Subscribe to me, like, share this post, and comment if you can relate, even if you can't relate. Sugar is in everything. Sugar is in everything, and it's been one of the hardest things for me to actually kick and hold myself accountable to releasing myself from the shackles of sugar. I think that's what this video may be called. This year is a 6 year for me. It's a perfection 6 year for me. What that means is, it's very centered around health. It's very centered around routine and how I take care of myself, the mundane. So the way that I find magic in the mundane is through me and my innate abilities coming together with my psychic abilities and also my gifts from my ancestors that were passed down to me to have the wisdom and the knowledge to carry forward and how I take care of myself. One thing that I have been working through recently has been making sure to actively get up and move my body all the time. And that's been very important in my journey as a whole, not just this year, but things have been showing up differently this year that have catapulted me into a transformation. So recently, this might be TMI. So, if you don't want to hear any gory details, you could exit the chat now. You can exit. I'll give you a second. Exit. Okay, cool. So if you're still here, thank you. But recently I developed this bump that was on my nipple. I'm all about being open and honest and vulnerable on any platform you see me on. So here it is for the girlies that can't find this information online because for some reason it's hard to find online. And also through someone's their own story, their own experience. So through my experience, it was small and it just looked like a pimple on my nipple, right? And then as things progressed, it started to come to a head because I put cabbage on it. If you put cabbage on any bump that grows here on this area, you will find that it will come to a head. And that's what it's supposed to do. It will be painful and it will be necessary. So, continuing that process, I just kept putting cabbage on it and making sure to clean the area, making sure to wear a sports bra. Because if you know me, you know that I really don't like wearing bras like that, but transparency. So I've been wearing a sports bra and it's been working to my advantage too because I've been in my regular routine of working out as well. So over a week, it's gone down significantly. The fluid of it came out and I realized that it was not a pimple, it was something else. So I ended up talking to my grandmother and my sister, two women in my family that I know have dealt with some type of breast concerns or breast issues. And me having had a tumor in my breast, the same breast, when I was in middle school, it was very concerning to me to make sure that I take care of myself in a certain way because I know my body is sensitive, but it's also prone to dealing with certain things in the body because of genetics. And for the longest, I was one of those people that was like, I don't subscribe to hereditary, blah, blah, blah. But I do think it's important to know what runs in your family so you know what you are more susceptible to dealing with and what you should work on emotionally, physically, spiritually to continue to heal yourself. So it was important that I had that conversation with my grandmother and my sister to, get the tips on how to take care of myself. But with me having the wisdom that I have from my ancestors and how to take care of myself holistically and through herbs, that has helped me tremendously as well, because I know that a big part of what I developed on my breast that has now since gone down has a lot to do with lymphatic drainage and moving my body. And as I was dealing with this issue, I wasn't getting outside and moving as much. And it was because I was like, oh, I'm afraid of it, getting sweaty, because it's very sensitive. And one thing about health is that I know for sure is once you start dealing with like skin or topical issues, whatever it is connected to the issue, that organ is having a hard time doing what it needs to do. So that's where the lymphatic drainage comes in, right? And also where just dealing with my body in a certain way, knowing that, hey, this may potentially be a cyst, I have to go about it in a certain way. And mind you, I say potentially because I did not go to the doctors. Newsflash, I am not one of those people that likes to pretend like, oh, I'm going to go to the doctors and figure it out, because I know how to heal myself. And I know how to talk to the people in my family and commune with my spirits and my ancestors to figure it out for myself. So, you can condemn me all you want in the comments. I really don't care. Are you paying for me? Oh, no? Okay. And also, it's not just about the payment. It's also about integrity and my own knowledge. But another thing about the payment is genuinely I did not want to add on to another debt just because, and just to wait for an answer that I may not even get. That's the reality of being in this country and having health insurance or not. Either way, you may not get an answer, and you may be waiting for a while to receive answers. But for me, receive the answer just from going within, and also from knowing what's going on with me and talking to my family. Back to the sugar, right? The sugar plays a huge part in, like, I think it's called refined carbs or something like that, like the refined sugars. And that being problematic with breaking down the waste in the liver and the kidneys, and also adding on to the hardening of the kidneys, because those are two organs that need to be flowing well for your lymphatic system to drain properly. So I am making a huge effort to really subtract these artificial sugars away from entering my bloodstream, because it's since been problematic for me. And I'm not a person that like is a super junkie, right? Or just someone that is like, oh my God, I need sugar, I need sweets. I'm not that girl. But I will say I've been that girl, honesty. I've been that woman that will let myself have the ice cream or the whatever the case may be, the cookies, whatever. And this is not me shaming anyone that does eat cookies or ice cream. My body in particular is having a hard time with processing these things normally at the time. Working on my health, just my health in general, has been such a major thing in my life. I'm also a 9 of spades in cardiology, so like my health is very important, and I had to make major life shifts and life transformations surrounding what I consume. And that's in so many different ways. It's not just through food, it's through the music, it's through the company I keep, it's through the words that I allow myself to consume, what I read, what I see on TV and or on a movie. I'm very sensitive. My body is very sensitive. So, you know, it's time that I start honoring it in a strict way. I think a part of my Sagittarius moon doesn't want to get stuck in or doesn't want to feel trapped in the mundane. A more wise way of seeing it is knowing that over time I have been struggling to like keep myself in this space that is progressing health-wise because I've just been complacent in certain areas and just like it'll be okay. I'll no. I have to be the one to reel it back for myself to realize like I could be doing way better with how I consume and within my consumption. So yeah, this is just a video to share what I've been growing through, and also to encourage you if you have been having a hard time releasing the shackles of sugar from your life. If you've been growing through any health concerns that are like, oh my gosh, you know, there's been different little things over this year that I've dealt with that have been concerning, and also things that have popped up that I've never experienced before health-wise. So yeah, you know, I'm also in my Saturn return, and also I feel like just when you reach a certain pinnacle in your years, you realize that your body is even metabolizing differently. What's going on with you and your body? How do you heal yourself? How do you say no to the things that you genuinely want out of emotional scarring? And also, what do you notice that you are doing out of emotional patterns? Subscribe, like, and follow me on TikTok as well, Sankofa Medicine Botanica. Thank you for being here.